Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, all the stuff that we did not get to during the course of the show today. It is obviously Friday, and we are out for the weekend, and then Gavin going to be here only half the week next week. On Monday, we will be doing our show, Christmas Presents, and then on Tuesday, we will be doing a live Aftercast, which will be a Facebook Live, and we're actually going to do reindeer games differently this year. We're going to give you, if you're on the live stream, a chance to win, and Betty and Gavin are going to play the games, and you can win the prizes. So I'm really excited about this. We're still formulating how we're going to do it, and that's what I need to work on this weekend, but it should be a lot of fun. So make sure you're listening for that. I think Betty's going to send out a text, or if you text, what is it, Wally? Yeah. To 91979, then you'll get a reminder of our Facebook Live when it happens next Tuesday. So if you want to make sure you're reminded of that, have a chance to win some prizes, you can do it that way. Boy, did you see, you know how all women love Stanley cups? Like, you don't own a Stanley cup, do you?
No, I don't think so.
They're too much money.
Yeah, and it's not worth it. Like, once they start getting popular, you're like, I don't really want it.
There are cheaper other brands out there that
Absolutely.
give you the same experience.
And like Yetis are so expensive. Well, Stanley, though, just had to recall a bunch of their mugs because I guess when you screw it down, the hot can play with the threads and can make it come loose, and there's a burn incident. And so, like, the thing that you thought was going to make you really, really cool could scar you for life. So,
what a story to tell, a testimony.
Careful.
Be aware. Be aware.
Be safe this holiday season.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you jump on every trend. Sometimes those trends are going to bite you, you know.
And that's a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly. You think you're being really cool. Here's one, the Fun Police. Literally, there's a truck that drives around our area where we live, and it's a big, white, jacked-up truck. Betty, you'd love it. But they have the entire truck decked out in Christmas lights.
Okay.
And
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and my wife, literally the other day, she saw, because there was a hill, and there was a car coming the other direction up the hill, and so you could start to see the lights on the top of it, and she's like, oh, is that my truck? You know, like, she thinks it's her truck now. She loves this truck, and it just makes her happy, and it was somebody else that had put it in their lights in their, like, roof rack. Well, apparently, in some states, it's illegal to decorate your car like that.
Yeah, I wonder if that just has something to do with the amount of light your vehicle gives off.
Emits, and then
distraction.
I guess.
Distraction is what I would
But come
think.
on.
So in Wyoming, the highway patrol are issuing a statement, and they're saying, we know it's fun, holiday season approaches, we'd like to remind you of state statute, and then they give you the state statute. You guys are literally the fun police.
Wyoming is already the most boring state in the country. And and if anyone listens there, I'm sorry. I did live there for 7 years.
Yeah.
You
did?
Tough place to be, man. Tough place.
It seems pretty sparse, like not like super densely populated.
It's like all flat, and then cool mountains, and the whatever the state park you have over there, woohoo! And then the rest is bad.
Would you ever go back to Wyoming, or was it like no?
I went for a wedding a while ago.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, because I've wanted to go like to a dude ranch or something there.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's neat. They have the Tetons and Yellowstone.
Oh, they do.
So,
Yellowstone's is in Wyoming.
Part of it, but
I did not know that.
I mean, that's cool. But yeah, if you're going to Cheyenne or Laramie or Casper, it's tough. Now, no offense to anyone who loves it.
My brother-in-law used to like it there because he would go like fly fishing and stuff and do some of the outdoor stuff. Like, they have beautiful lakes, but they're like too cold for me.
Yeah, no, and it's really windy. Yeah, Colorado's next to it.
Is it? Where is it? Okay, okay. So,
looking at a map.
Here's the map here. I got to turn around. So if the map is here, Florida and everything's over here, California's over here. There's Colorado here. Where is Wyoming in relation to it? Above it?
I think so.
Oh, even you don't know.
No, that's also fair.
Colorado has got to be to the left.
So what you have is that you have. I want to say, because I'm trying to think of
does Colorado touch Nevada?
Colorado is a square right in the middle.
Yeah, because you have
I know that.
Salt Lake City, you have Utah, then
got a map right
Colorado, and then Nevada, and then California.
Okay, there we go. So Wyoming is above Colorado.
Okay, I was right.
Because I lived here in Cheyenne for a long time.
Yeah.
I would drive down, play soccer and all that down here.
Okay.
And then that was all I did.
But I was wrong about Colorado and Utah. Those are reversed.
You have the 4 corners here.
How can I not memorize this stuff, man?
Because it's not important.
I know, until it is. And then until you literally look like you're the dumbest person on the planet when someone's like, oh, yeah, Colorado touches such and such. You're like, what? What is this you're talking about?
But then you asked it, and I don't think anyone in this room was confident in giving an answer. So
we should do a thing where we have to label the states and see how far we can get.
We did that. Remember how badly I did?
Oh, we should do it again, though.
But like North and South Dakota, I figured would be farther left.
This I never get right. This little Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia.
Those are the only ones I get right.
Okay.
Because I lived here my whole life.
These ones are tough because that one, like Colorado and Wyoming, they're the unrecognizable state shapes. You know, because they are. I mean, they just didn't get creative. And
I just forget about Kansas. Like Kansas, what?
I think Kansas forgets about Kansas.
Yeah. Because I always knew that Nevada touched California because I drove from California to Nevada. Like I drove to Vegas one time, and it's like 4 hours or whatever.
I'm going to a wedding in Iowa next year, and it's
Iowa?
up here. Like in my head,
above
for some
Missouri.
Reason, I keep thinking I should just go left, but I have to go through Kentucky, Illinois, or Missouri to get to Iowa. But then there's Nebraska. Right? I lived here too.
Yeah. Well, one time I drove to go to a college, Missouri, and I drove through 3 states to get there. Like the way it took us Tennessee, Kentucky, part of Illinois, into Missouri. You're like, what in the world just happened?
They built it's like you look at it like straight line.
Yeah.
But I guess roads have to be built depending on nature. Sorry for anyone listening. This is a very visual.
I know. I get really confused on the Northeast, like New York, Pennsylvania, and then where it gets really small and you have to draw arrows to things. I have no idea where anything is.
Yeah, no, none of this is. It's tough. They're so small.
Today, like when I travel, I guess we'll do weekend plans later, but like when I get on a plane, I usually will pull the booklet out of the thing, and I'm always amazed. Like I look at the world map, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot where that is. And always, I'm like, Oh, that connects. Like there are places in Africa that you think are not on the continent of Africa, like up at the top of Africa,
like Egypt.
Yeah. Like you think that's its whole other thing, and it's in its own place.
Like Middle East.
Yeah, Middle East. No, it's on Africa's continent. And so I mean, I sound like the dumbest person right now. Like you're not gonna believe this. Like they're part like Madagascar is on, well no that's an island but like Casablanca is on Africa so, anyway Lady Rock, what do you got?
Fun.
Okay, Morgan Wallen, he is a country artist and he's big for some reason. I don't get why, because it's a bit much for me. A little of him can go a long way. But I believe it was either earlier this year or late last year. He was at a bar in downtown Nashville and he was drunk as a skunk, and decided it was a good idea to throw off a 4th floor balcony.
A chair,
but it was at some you act like it's not that big of a deal, but
it didn't hit anybody.
If your daughter had been hit by it,
but no one was hit by it.
But it could have been.
There's no crime.
But you shouldn't do that. There were cops that were standing down and they heard the chair hit the pavement.
Sure.
And there could have been a passerby that had gotten. Imagine his career had he hurt someone. That
100%.
Really would have been bad.
But this is what this is like. This is like you walking by somebody and then being arrested for murder. Like, because, like, you looked at them. You didn't murder them. You could have. You had the potential to, but you didn't. You didn't do anything, like, necessarily
That's
wrong.
Not an
Isn't
equivalent.
reckless endangerment like a...
I'm not defending Morgan Wallen because I like Morgan Wallen. I just think it was dumb to go to this length because the guy threw a chair off a thing. That's something anybody would do. It could happen anytime. I
hope you would not think it was a good idea to throw a chair out of a 4th floor balcony when there are passerbys walking around.
If I was a rock star, that's what rock stars used to do.
Then that's stupid.
But it's what they used to do.
It doesn't matter.
I know, you give him a little bit
So what do you say to a
grace.
murderer? Well, I mean, it's what he does.
But again, he didn't murder. He didn't hurt anyone.
No, I think they did the right thing by arresting him.
Reckless endangerment.
If he had hurt someone, throw the book at him. That's fine. But he didn't hurt anybody.
He shouldn't have done it to begin with.
The book says that he may have placed people in danger.
May have, but didn't.
That's the book.
May have.
You're saying you're just saying that
It's not a crime.
You're saying that reckless endangerment shouldn't be a crime.
Okay.
Are you
even though
saying,
it is.
let's
Go
say
ahead.
he's
book
on a
says.
bridge on one of those walk-arounds on
Sure.
the interstate, okay?
Sure.
And he's standing on top of 6 lanes of traffic. He throws the chair out in 6 lanes of 80-mile-an-hour traffic.
Totally different.
Okay, people swerve out of the way,
Yes.
but he does it, but no one got killed.
Totally different
so
scenario.
No one got killed.
Totally
Why?
different scenario.
Why?
That's not
Because of the volume of traffic there. And
You don't know. You are speaking out of your
He's
rear
in- he
end,
would have
sir,
been in
because
Bro-
you don't even know what the traffic was
neither
like.
do you.
No, he would have been in
but
Broadway.
No, but-
the cops are saying the cops were there and they saw it, and so I can trust their judgment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nashville Broadway is the equivalent of 6 lanes of traffic.
I don't know. If you had hit like a bridal party, like a bachelorette party, and
Might
their
be doing us
cowboy
all a
boots,
favor.
yeah. You see now, Betty Rock's in.
Anyway.
Nashville bachelorette parties are just despised here because all the girls come here and they're like, "Oh my gosh, let's all get matching cowboy boots and cowboy hats, and we'll wear sashes, and we'll get on one of those pedal cars, and we will just have the best time, and people are gonna think we're so hot." And then I love when they rent scooters because I always will stop and I watch the girls on the scooters just waiting for them to hit a bump, like, and it's horrible. But I do. I'm like, oh, it's going to go bad.
Morgan Wallen has pleaded conditionally guilty for his act of throwing the
And
chair.
it could be partially.
But here's the thing, and they say that this is just how it is when you're famous. He's going to get a few days, like 6 to 7 days, at a DUI education center, and then he has to pay a $350 fine. That's
Man,
it.
like the stuff that people did back in the days, trashing hotel rooms and throwing TVs out of windows and stuff, like it was so much worse than this. And again, 2 wrongs don't make a right. But like this one, the punishment seems to fit the crime. Like he shouldn't do jail time for this. If he has a drinking problem, then yeah, like deal with that. Go, look, you got a drinking problem, dude. We're gonna make you go
think
to
he
rehab or whatever. Like if that's the case, then deal with that. But yeah, $350 fine and no jail time for this. I think that's fair. I think that would be fair for anybody. Like if it was me that like, hey, this would be funny, throw a chair out.
If he didn't hurt anyone,
100%.
yes. Yeah, I
now,
agree.
if he hurt somebody, let them sue the snot out of
Yeah.
him, and he takes $1 million, $2 million hit,
Right.
on it, and then that'll
I
teach
hope
you.
he
a lesson.
learns a lesson from it because he could have easily. I mean, this is a second close call he's taken with his career.
Let me
because,
tell you, he's not going to learn any lessons right now.
well,
He's not
it's so frustrating because
Because he thinks the way you.
because he's getting away with it.
yeah, because and it's because of people like you that are like, well, you didn't kill him, but it's just how he is. What are you gonna do about
It's just
it?
the way God made him.
No, it's not. You are terrible.
Oh.
You complain all the time about Gen Xers or Gen Zers and how we have to just cater to them. But you are that. That is
Why?
what you're doing.
Why? How am I-
Catering.
No, I don't think. Look, as somebody that has like prison stuff in their family, like there are certain things that don't need to be jailable, and like we waste and you get in that system and it's just a mess.
I'm not saying
Like-
that it is.
Like yeah, I mean, fine him,
But
yeah.
I'm still
He's like-
saying it's wrong.
Oh, they
You're
fined him.
making it sound like it's fine.
Well, you
Let
find
him do it.
Finding him it's tough though because if you're finding him,
Oh, $350 for him
it's
is
got
nothing.
to be $350,000 to make a difference.
Yeah,
for a
like-
guy who has that much money.
Yeah, I think like fines like that should be kind of commiserate with income because yeah, you're right. If you fine him $350, that's walk around pocket money. That's nothing. Like that, he'll
Yeah.
probably drop that on a hat.
That's how much he spent at the place he was at that he threw the chair off of.
Yeah,
probably.
on a few drinks,
Yeah.
But like if you find something that makes more of an impact where you feel it, then yeah, that's different. I think that's actually fair because the whole idea is you're supposed to be trying to teach them a lesson.
But what?
to
He
not
didn't
do
do
that.
anything wrong.
I didn't
If
say
he didn't do anything wrong,
I didn't say he didn't do
what's the
anything wrong, but I'm
lesson?
just saying he doesn't need to go to jail for that. Like that.
Well,
that's
I don't
my
think he
point.
needed to go to jail for it either.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I think the cops did the right thing by arresting him.
Again, I think that's a dude. You can't do that. Like,
And then what?
and then be like, all right. So do you promise not to do it again?
See? You're the problem.
If you give me some tickets,
If I was a cop, I would have been like, dude, what are you doing? Like, go upstairs. Don't do that. Don't be stupid anymore. All right. That's literally how I would have handled it. I wouldn't have arrested him. No way.
that is also
Had someone got
why you're
hurt,
not
I
a
would
cop.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, too, you want to be in charge of like security at your church.
I
and
do.
I think you'd
have
be great
yet
at
to
that.
do
I would
that.
be, yeah.
Because
I think you should.
I don't think
would
you
be.
would pass
Because then
the,
what you should do, here's the thing.
the
It's
exam.
worship one,
I
serve
wouldn't.
one. That means you'd be at
Mentally.
church for 3 hours
Yeah.
on Sunday.
That'd be so good.
Oh, so godly.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was all set to be on the church security team. I was like, oh, yeah, I talked to Eric. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be on the church security team. And then I found out you can conceal carry by yourself anyway. And I could be unofficial. I could be an amateur church security team member. Like I am an amateur first responder.
But yeah, this is interesting. It's just weird because his career, like, it's been like a couple years ago where he had that little camera thing. Now he has this.
Yeah.
He's still so young too. So
Yeah.
you
Oh,
hope
he's
that-
got a lifetime
you
of
hope the
mistakes ahead of
age
him.
matures him just a little bit more.
Well, Betty, you have to know like the stories of the people you love in country music. Like they're legendary of the things that
I'm
they
sure
did.
if social media had been around
Oh.
as it was, like
We just see
it would have
everything.
been,
Yeah.
we would have known a lot more. But I don't respect this guy who has done so many dumb things, and his songs are terrible, and all he does is just get drunk and then hurt people. Like that's not
Allegedly.
anyway.
Actually, not ever hurt anyone.
Okay,
but-
let's move on to birthdays.
All right, what do you got?
All right, we've got Yessie. Yessie is celebrating a birthday. She celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Yes,
Said, I
queen.
love the Lord and play volleyball competitively.
Nice.
Then Chloe is celebrating a birthday. Oh, yesterday. Happy birthday, Chloe. Said, I think I'm pretty cool. I'm turning 18 and I've been listening for 4 years.
You are
He's
cool.
super cool.
Then Ireland,
Okay.
I think.
Erlene,
Ireland.
or it could be Erlene.
Or Erlin.
Oh wow.
Erlin? I don't know.
Ireland?
Arlene, Erlin, or
Ireland.
Earlene.
It's you. You know you.
She wants to wish her brother Trevor a happy birthday.
Why did
Said
the brother get
Trevor,
the easy
rich
name?
big brother.
Oh, a rich big brother.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Trevor.
I want a rich big.
I know. Like Marty's brother was wealthy, and she was. We were talking about Haley's wedding the other day, and that's my daughter. And she was like, if he was here, I think he would have bought her dress. And I really do. Like he used to do stuff like that for her, and I'm like, well, call his
He still
wife.
could.
Yeah, call his wife. There's still money.
He still could. He left her some money.
Yeah.
She could use that for it.
This is what he would have wanted.
Yeah. Okay, we've got a question. This one is from the Clausens.
Oh, cool, John.
Did
and
you
Liz.
have a pet when you were a child, and what was its name?
I had a few pets. I had a dog when I was really little that loved me, and I loved this dog. It was a Cocker Spaniel. Her name was Taffy. And I still remember that when she died, and I held her collar and slept with her collar in my hand.
Oh my
Because she used to sleep under my when I was a little, my mom would tell me she would come and sleep under my crib if I was crying and stuff. And then she was, I love that dog. She was cool. And then Hank as an adult was awesome. Like, and then
Cat.
Sasha. Yeah, so. But I never had any weird animals. I wish you have a turtle for a week sometimes. And
Yeah,
then they
I had a
die.
lot of tadpoles that died,
Yeah.
and fireflies.
What was your favorite animal? I don't know how kids live on farms,
Oh, I'd get too attached.
yeah, I don't know how they
Didn't
do
you
that.
have goats?
Yeah, I had goats. I had sheep.
But you don't kill goats and
Cats and
sheep
dogs.
typically.
Yeah. What was the end result of goats and sheep?
We sold them. It just got to be too much of a headache.
Fair enough.
Like Luke from For King and Country has a bunch of cows. He started getting into cattle farming on his 5 acres or 10
Brandon
acres.
Lake
that he
does
has.
that too.
Brandon Lake does?
Yeah, he's got like cows. They feed him hay.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I told the story, but I wanted a hamster, and I begged my parents, wanted a hamster. And finally, they gave in, and they were like, sure, let's go get you one. So I remember my dad taking me to the pet store to go and get one. And I'm probably 6 or 7, and we're standing there looking in the cages at these hamsters. I wanted a teddy bear hamster.
I had one of those. I
Yeah.
named him Bear.
And it's cute. And so my dad was like, okay, well, we couldn't find an employee, I guess. And the manager came over, and he was going to pull one of the hamsters out. And he's showing us around and all that. And then this other employee comes to the manager as this manager is helping us. And he has one by the nape of the neck, hamster by the nape of the neck. And he says, hey, this one's sick too. Do you want me to flush it too?
Oh.
And
As a little kid, you'll be like,
yeah.
what?
And so I just remember my dad saying, okay, you're not getting a hamster today.
Yeah.
And I never did get one.
Never?
But that's so sad. Like, if that's what they did, that's terrible.
Yeah. My hamster bit the snot out of me bear bit me
That
so
makes
bad.
sense.
Like, I think he got his nose stuck, and I was trying to help him, like, in the cage or something, and then he just bit me. And I never trusted hamsters or ferrets after that.
Them beady eyes.
birds.
Ferrets are so cool looking, and you're like, oh, I want one of those.
Long and
No.
sleek.
Do not trust
They
them.
are cute. I've heard they smell though. I'd like to get a parrot that could talk after me because
Oh, a
I've
parrot. I said ferret.
I know,
Okay.
but I saw on TikTok where there's people with these parrots and they'll have the cover over them, but you'll hear them going, ow.
I would love for you to have a parrot so that you could hear how you actually sound. Because your parrot like, hi, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Gavin?
I had a dog named Daisy growing up, and she was cool. She was a beagle, just a dog,
They're
generic
loud.
dog. It was interesting. She was like a small little thing. Like she didn't
didn't
bark
howl and
she
stuff?
didn't do that like
Oh.
like that. That would have gotten
Yeah, it's
annoying. I
annoying.
couldn't do that. And then we had a cat named Blue, and I really did not care for that cat.
Really?
But she wasn't bad. I just didn't care for her.
Wasn't she the one that saved your life or something?
No,
Oh, I'm thinking about Zach.
Zach.
I think Zach
Oh,
had
okay.
a cat that saved his.
no. This cat lived to be like 21 years old.
Aw,
She used
just
to
a
like. I
baby.
slept in a bunk bed, and she would crawl up the ladder.
Aw, she
to get
wow.
up there, and I was
loved
like, I don't want you up here.
So
Devil cat.
sweet.
It
And then when
flew.
but she was like she lived for so long, and she was always alive when I was like I never lived a day without her, and so I never liked her. And then when we put her down, it hurt because I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Aw.
weird. This
Oh, the
is like-
time. I've wasted my
I
time.
wasted 17 years.
I've squandered it, Blue. I love you. There's
then
my boy, Blue.
We got another. She was a girl, and then we got another cat named Pippi,
Pippi.
and then I left for college.
so beautiful. That was from old school.
No.
My boy, Blue. He's so beautiful. When the guy died.
We can plans,
everything we can
Betty's like, hurry up.
I know. All right, Betty Lou.
Hit us.
Okay, so today we've got a long day at work, though Wally's leaving us. I am doing nothing tonight, and I need it because tomorrow I'm going to go work a working thing tomorrow from 8 to 1. And it's going to be cold, and it could be rainy.
There could be some lumberjacks though, so like
Cross
dress
your
up.
fingers,
Yeah,
cross
do
your
your
eyes,
makeup, do
do
your
it
hair.
all.
Yeah, do it up.
And then Sunday I have to help with the big kids in their Christmas party.
Ooh.
Then Monday we're back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
For
I don't feel rested at all.
4 days. Yeah. Because Gavin's out starting Wednesday. But again, we're going to do our not Slippity Sideshow, our reindeer games for you on Tuesday, our show, Christmas on Monday. Gavin, what's your weekend look like?
Let's see. Yeah, we'll finish our work here. I go run and pick up the church guides for Haley because they're at the Franklin campus and I'm a lot closer than her, so I do that. And then I get the whole afternoon with Bennett because Haley goes and works. And then tomorrow, the weekend is really chill. I don't think we're gonna do the Sounds of Christmas thing this weekend.
Yeah. At our church,
gonna
it's a
do-
Christmas.
oh,
I can't.
Oh
I'm
no,
moving
you're
on.
out.
Yeah,
So,
you're going to miss a good one, though.
I heard.
You're going to miss a good one.
Maybe we'll go. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll figure. It's part of like we kind of just want a weekend where we really aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Get
So
that.
we might, because then we've got if we do go, it's a big old concert, and like figure out like is Bennett gonna like music that loud? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think a chill weekend is on the horizon.
Yeah, I have a travel weekend. I'm going to Austin to be with my daughter's fiance's family. They have a couple businesses there, and so they're doing their Christmas party. And they invited us last year. They invited us this year. They were very kind. And so we go to like this indoor water park, which is kind of fun. Like when it's really cold outside and you're like doing the like flow rider, and Marty likes the lazy rivers all of a sudden. Like, okay, that's great. And so that'll be fun. We'll play a card game that we all like to play. So it's a good time with their family. And I'm self-conscious because I have not been good this week eating, and I feel a little pudgier. And I'm going to a water park, and I feel like I might go shirt on. So
Your variation though is not high.
yeah,
It's not like you gained 20 pounds.
no, it's like a pound or two, but it feels like 10. I know I sound like the girl on the show.
I didn't
but
say anything.
I know. You don't have to. I can see it in your face. But yeah, so I'm like, dadgummit. But no, so I'm looking forward to
You're
it. It'll
more
be
than
fun.
a number.
Thank you. And then I will be back here on Monday, like everybody else. And I think that's going to have to do it. We hope you have a great weekend, and that's going to do it for
As
Aftercast.
always, thanks for being a potty. Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.